meditation can be used as a way to reflect on your past experiences and learn from your past experiences and embed that learning into yourself. So as it's the old adage, if you when you lose, don't lose the lesson. If you make a mistake or something happens not in your favor, you can go back and analyze the situation, reflect on it honestly again, because don't lie to yourself. If you try to lie to yourself, um, you're just gonna go backwards. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have that's the heart being lighter than the feather, which is the all honesty, the complete honest self honesty, complete self love, complete you know knowingness and all of that. That's the state the heart has to be in. If you go over a scenario where you feel like you did something wrong and you reflect on it in a meditation and you realize what you did wrong, and then you sort of analyze and come to the conclusion of what you could have done differently, which is the real key. Um, then what you can actually do is kind of program that into your subconscious through the meditation, and then the final act is next time you are faced with a similar situation in your real life, in your reality, that you take the appropriate action that you didn't take last time. And that is a way for you to literally, just in life in general, learning from your mistakes is key. You have to see challenges as opportunities to get better. You have to see your mistakes as learning experiences. It's just the way you have to do it. You're here to evolve, and that is a key way you can evolve, which is reflecting on your past experiences, seeing what you could have done differently, being very brutally honest with yourself about what you could have done differently, and then that's like studying for the test, and then the final exam is when the um, situation arises again in life. You take you don't make the same decision you made last time. You go down the different path. You make the decision that you should have made last time in the similar circumstances, um, and then you are liberated from that. So that is one of the keys. That is one of the good uses of meditation. Another good use of meditation is um, to heal. You can use it to heal. We talked about that a little bit last time in Science of Breath. I wanted to teach you a good breath though, a good thing to do. So, like I said, there's a difference between shallow breathing and deep breathing. Shallow breathing just uses either either the stomach or the chest only. A deep breath, a complete breath, is going to use both the stomach and the chest and the neck and the face. It uses everything. It uses your whole upper torso. Um, what breathing properly is really about, outside of meditation, just in your regular life, is take as many deep breaths as you can as opposed to short breaths. 100% of the time, deep breaths are better than short breaths for reasons we already went over in the Science of Breath video. Um, but it's just key and it's important. Now, are you going to walk around all day doing deep breaths? That's just most probably not, because most people can't do that. So a lot of time your breathing is going to go on autopilot and you're just going to be breathing. But anytime you can remember, and as many times throughout the day as you can remember, the more the better. Stop and tell yourself you're going to take 3 deep breaths in a row and then do it. It will take less than 30 seconds, and it will bring immense benefits for you on all levels: mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. You will feel much better if you do it consistently, because that's another thing about meditation. It um, it builds it builds the more you do it on a consistent basis. If you do it for a week and then you don't do it for 3 weeks and then you come back to it for 2 weeks, you're not going to see as good results as if you stay consistent with it on a day by day basis, on a week by week basis. Um, you're not Consistency is important. Um, but the breaths. Okay, so here they go. So what you want to do is it's very simple. Start from the bottom of your abdomen, breathe all the way up through your diaphragm, through your chest, through your neck. You want to do that 2 times. So we're going to breathe And one of the important things is that you breathe in deep and slow, but don't rush breathing out. Don't rush when you breathe out. Breathe out slow too. So inhale slow, but exhale just as slow, if not slower. Because the exhale is where the real is when the real energy starts, kicking up is on the exhale. So don't rush the exhale. Take your time with the exhale. Do it slowly. So that was the first breath. Do it again. Slow. And for this third breath, you're going to hold it at the top of the breath. Like when you inhale, you're going to hold it at the top of the inhale and then exhale slowly. So this is your third breath, and you're holding it at the top of the inhale, holding it, holding it. If you shouldn't be talking, I'm talking, but you shouldn't be talking, and you'll be able to feel your heart beating. You'll be able to feel the vibration in your body, and then exhale slowly, very slowly, very slowly. You have to do the third breath very slowly. Exhale the third breath very slowly, and you will feel the energy building up in your heart, in your chest, in your brain. You will feel the energy building up. And that's just so that you did that one time for 30 seconds and feel the energy, the throbbing, the heat, the pressure, the pulsating, the tingling, um, all of those things are symbols that the energy is there, the chi is there, the prana is there, and it's moving and it's doing its thing. And so that's a very powerful experience, and that's something that we are not taught. We're not taught what these sensations are. And we ignore them and we think they are just some mundane sensation. But no, this is your life energy. This is your energy body, life force kicking up a notch. You know what I'm saying? So it's important stuff. Um, so as many times as you can throughout the day, just do that. 3 breaths right in a row, 2 regular breaths, and then hold the third one. Let them all out slow and feel that energy building up. You're literally charging yourself up. Um, So that's another use, a good use for meditation. Meditation also can be used. Um, Another good state to go into, state of mind to go to in meditation is just complete openness, complete reception. Like you literally, your consciousness dictates what happens. So if you think the way to put yourself into receive mode, where you're downloading universal energy into your body, you're pulling energy into your body, and you're getting in tune with the vibrations around you, is the way to do that is to want to do it and to consciously do it. Go into the meditation and tell yourself and just feel open. Again, you're telling yourself mentally, I'm open. You're feeling in your heart, more importantly, I'm feeling open. I'm receiving. I'm receiving. Um, and it's just good, and that's a good one because it just shuts off your conscious mind for a minute, because you know your conscious mind never stops. It will go a mile a minute if you let it. It will drive you crazy if you let it. You have to learn to control it. You have to learn to slow it down and increase the quality of your thoughts. And not it's not so much about the quantity. Quantity is not a problem. You think all the time. Quality of thought is what's important. Fusing the thought with the feeling and make them be as one, have the same vibration. Thought and feeling in concert is what's going to make things manifest. And that's the essence of what you are and how you create. So that's another good purpose, just to receive. And another way of thinking about receiving is you're just shutting off your conscious mind. And sometimes that's just good within itself. You don't even have to think about receiving. Just think about shutting off the conscious mind. Because it's been the conscious mind. There's nothing wrong with the conscious mind and what it was designed for, but it has been conditioned to think in certain ways, which is not always beneficial to us. And we have to retake the controls on that. We have to reprogram that, because it's been um, tampered with. It's been tampered with. Also, another thing about meditation is that it allows you, or a good strategy to maintaining meditations is to have an anchor. And when I say an anchor, is I mean a thought and a feeling that when they come up, they um, infuse you with some positive feeling. Because like I said, the mind can go astray, the conscious mind can go astray, the subconscious mind is deep and infinite. So you don't tell them what's gonna pop out of there. And so with all that going on and all that mental energy being expressed, if it gets too if it starts to become unproductive, so to speak, then you tap into that anchor, that thought and that feeling. You already have it laid out. Maybe it's you think of an old girlfriend or old boyfriend, or maybe you think of your parents, or maybe you think of a sibling, or you think of a situation in which you were very happy, and you align that thought and that feeling. You just think about it for a second, or think of something you're grateful for. There is nothing more powerful is going to center you than thinking about something you're grateful for and generating that feeling of gratitude in your heart. Because again, it's weak to just think, oh, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. But then in your heart, you're still, not grateful. You're not. There's a difference between thinking grateful. Oh, I'm grateful for this, or feeling grateful. The feeling of gratitude is powerful, and you know that because there are times when you felt gratitude for real, and it is a powerful thing. But just thinking it is not enough, and this is the same thing we're going to keep running into when it deals with meditation or just life in general. Thinking about it is not enough. The feeling has to come with it, and then in order to make it manifest 100%, we are in a physical reality. You got to do it. Action. So it's thought, feeling, action. That's what you got to fuse together. Thought, feeling, and action. You do that, and you are um, well on your way to having better control over your consciousness and your life. Because better control over your consciousness means better control over your life, and what happens in it. Because it's never, and this is a gem right here. It's never what happens. Um, the experiences we have in life, the majority of them that we have in life, they are void of value. They are neutral. They are just experiences. They're just things that are happening to us. Their value comes in what we place on it, and that's just another way of saying think about things positively, or you be in control of how you see situations. Don't see all situations as negative. Even if something's negative, like we talked about before, it can be turned into a positive. Even if you make a mistake, you can learn from it. Even if something negative so-called happens, maybe it wasn't negative. Maybe you might think you lost your job, but maybe that leads to something better down the road. You can't think negatively about the future. Remember, that's a wasted activity. Thinking negatively about the future. You got to think positively about the future, and not only that, think positively about the present. Whatever is happening to you, accept it. Don't mind what happens. Just make the best of it. Make the best of it. I know these are all cliches that you've heard a million times, but they're true. The reason they're cliches is because they're true. It doesn't. What matters to you is of very little importance. What is of supreme importance is how you react to it.